Hi everyone, this is Natasha, and this is my design team challenge project for Wilder Crafts for October. So the challenge was to make a Halloween gift bag or treat bag, and this is what I came up with. It started out as a recollections little, like a mini lunch bag in craft. And then I used the Crafter's Workshop template, and I think this one is, there's a little piece of paper. This one is called Mini Webbing, which I placed over the envelope like this, and I taped it down to my work surface, and I made this on Ustream. Unfortunately, I didn't record this, but when I was showing it, I taped it directly to my work surface because I have a you can't destroy kind of work surface. I taped it down with regular office tape in order to kind of keep the stencil in place, and the bag was slipped in the back of it. And then I took my black gelato from Faber-Castell, the fabulous moist color, and I rubbed it all across the stencil, which created, as you could see, the now probably it's more difficult to see, there was a delicate texture, and all this, what I was doing is I was building layers and layers of texture. Once I added the gelato and I heat set them because I knew I was going to have additional layers. I then used Lindy Stamp Gang Starburst Stain in Frolic in the Forest Black, and it's a dauber top. Just squeezed down and then rubbed it all over the bag, on the front, on the sides, the back, on the bottom, the whole bag, all of the exterior. Then I added a Sizzix tree, which you've seen in various projects. I just trimmed it down. It's much larger, glued down and trimmed it in half. And then on top of the tree, I added these adorable mixed flowers. Oh, sorry, you're getting a glare. And I'll have a full list of Wilder Craft products in the description below. Then I have a layered tombstone, and that's a Sizzix die. Well, not Sizzix, Spellbinders die. There's 2 layers, and they're in between, attached between with 1/8 inch dimensional foam. And then the little bird is from the Tim Holtz Alterations mini movers and shapers bird, and birdcage and bird. And I used this bird, and I cut the bird out of black craft felt in 2 layers, and then attached a menacing looking 3mm deep red rhinestone, which really does kind of have a glow effect to it. Perfect size. And then I also ran a corner of it through an embossing folder from Tim Holtz Alterations, and it's this one. It was in a 3-pack for Halloween. So I just, instead of using it this way, I turned it on its side. And I did it through all the layers of the bag when it was flattened, so it's also on the sides and in the back, which gives it a really nice kind of spooky effect. Notice it's not a stitch of green or purple. I kind of went macabre in reds, and because I was using the reds in the flowers and the oranges, and there's also a little moon cut out of, with just a Fisker's punch. I think it's a 1.25 inch punch out of orange, and then I also rubbed gelatos just to tone down the really bright orange paper. So there's a moon peeking out from behind the tree, spider webbing, tiny little spider, which is this itty bitty teeny weeny little Studio G punch, which I've used in several of my Halloween projects. And the 2-layer of the bird adds a really nice texture to it. And then to top it off, I just punched 2 holes and strung through this deep red satin ribbon in 1/2 inch or 12mm, just enough to go through the sides twice. You could fill this with candies, Or an even more interesting an idea, and pardon my reach, I'm hoping not to drop anything while I do this. And I'll turn my overhead light off. If you want to save this, you can use it as a luminary by putting a flameless candle inside the bag and set it up as decorations like on your mantle. So eat the candy, save the bag, recycle it. So that's my project for Wild Orchid Crafts Design Team Challenge for Halloween treat bag or box. If you have any questions about any of the products that I used, please feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to help out. And don't forget to stop by the Wild Orchid Craft YouTube channel to see what the other design team members are creating. I believe everyone has already posted their projects. I'm probably the very last one, but I'm bringing up the tail end. As always, if you have any questions, please leave a comment, and otherwise, thank you so much for watching.